Good evening. It's evening time. And this is Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Training Channel. One of these days, somebody's going to really recognize in the fight game, right, that it's something hidden within this guy, me, right, that can bring out the best, the greatness in the boxing. See, and that's one thing about a prolific trainer, right? He has the inclination from within to bring out the best in his fighter, his boxer, right? You know what I mean? Everybody don't have that thing from inside that drags all the talent out of the box, right? I have that, right? And one of these days, that's not going to be questioned, right? I'm going to bring that to the table. Somebody's going to say, man, I'm gonna get this dude. Let me see if he really know each other, because I actually do. You know what I mean? Everybody can't do this, right? And in the box today, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like they win, even those at the top, right? The top tier box, they win, right? But to me, they lack a lot of different uh, small pieces that would make them great. You know what I mean? So I'm just making it known that those that really have the inclination to want to be great, they're determined from within to be great. You need to holler. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get to this fight. Let's get to this boxing thing that I'm talking about. Now we're not deviating tonight, y'all. So we can start that right. This is the topic tonight, and we sticking to the script, people. Last night y'all had me all over the board, but it was entertaining. I loved it, right? And it's good for boxing, right? There he is. Good evening, Bud. That's my man, Bud. We gonna do a topic tonight. We sticking to the script tonight, Bud. Now, look, uh, it's been a lot of back and forth about uh Canelo Alvarez, right? When it comes to David Benavidez, right? I mean, it's almost as if Canelo Alvarez is kind of like scared to fight David Benavidez. Now, I had went on the record and said I don't think that Canelo Alvarez is the type of boxer, right, that has that type of character where he would duck an opponent for fear of him getting whooped or uh, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to get off into creating a scenario, but I'm just going to say that I had went on the record and said I don't think he's that type of boxer. But of late, I'm starting to that thought process is starting to evaporate because it appears that Canelo Alvarez is actually ducking David Benavidez. So Mike Tyson historically went on the record and said that Canelo Alvarez is lacking the character, the cojones, right, to go in there and fight David Benavidez, right? Mike Tyson made an array of assortments in reference to his thought process in regards to why Canelo Alvarez is actually scared to fight David Benavidez. Now, Mike Tyson makes good points in everything that he alleges, right? And it appears that he uh, got under Canelo Alvarez's skin, because now Canelo Alvarez said, okay, David Benavidez, everybody want to see that fight, and they want if y'all really want to see that fight, okay, I'll fight him for 200 million. Now, I don't know if that's in the real. I don't know if that's in the realm of of absurd, right? Because that's a huge jump from 60 million or from 100 million. And I might add that that had been offered to him. I think it was 60 million plus 100% pay-per-view, right? That could easily amount to 100, 150, 100, no, 100 million or 150 million, right? And actually, it could equate, you know what I mean, to 200 million, because there is a astronomical amount of fans that really want to see that fight. You know, they're clamoring to see that fight. So that being said, Canelo Alvarez is saying now that he'll fight Benavidez, but he got to have 200 million, right? Now, you know what I mean? I mean, me personally, right? These are my own personal inclinations, right? I just don't know if that type of behavior or that type of putting the people or the promoters in the position where they gotta climb a mountain in order to get you to do your job. I don't know if he's worth that. What do you think? 200 million, but 200 million. That's what he asking for now to fight David Benavidez. Now he is coming up to say he will fight him, but he want 200 million. Now I'm just thinking that if Mike Tyson had never said that, he would never say that, because Colonel Alvarez continues to say he doesn't want to fight Mexican. Yeah, laugh out loud. Yeah, 200 million, bud. Yeah, so you know what I mean. He says he don't want to fix it. He don't want to fight Mexican because that's sort of like disrespect to his country. Now, but here's the thing: Jaime Munguia is Mexican. Now that's who he is to fight in May, in Cinco de Mayo Day, right? Now, I'm not certain which day in May that is. I'm quite sure that it's in the early part of May. But let the record reflect it. Canelo Alvarez is now saying that he'll fight Jaime Munguia. In fact, they're in negotiations to fight on Cinco de Mayo Day. But the thing that I really annoys me that he keeps saying that he don't want to fight Mexicans because he don't want to fight nobody from his country. Now, but that's a question. I mean, what will that pay-per-view cost for us? I'm thinking like, but I'm thinking the top was like 85. I think it was 85. If not, look, now I'm okay. Look, let's just do it like this. You know what I mean? Why don't we just do it like this? Now we know for a fact of that magnitude, it's normally $85, right? But if he gets into negotiations and they try to get that fight for 200 million, I'm quite sure it's going to go up. I mean, that's kind of like. It's like a logical inference, in my opinion, because if they look, Al Heyman, excuse me, and the PBC is not doing this for nothing, right? I mean, if they can put out 200 million to get it right, they of the opinion that they will make something. So I'm thinking, Bud, that it 85 for sure, but I'm thinking it might be higher. We have to wait and see on it, but that's a good question, Bud. So in that, what y'all think about this? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, Bud, are you willing to pay more than $85? Are y'all willing to pay more than $85 to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez? I mean, you know, I'm one of the ones that have to see it, right? So I'm gonna fork out whatever it is because I gotta, you know what I'm saying, do my job, right? And that's part of doing my job to do that fight and give my assessment of it. But the fact remains the same. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. You know what I mean? 200 million. I'm just trying to think if I've ever heard of a boxer ever asking for that much money. I think he might be one of the first that come out that closet with that type of price tag on his skill. Now, look, check this out. Now, let's be realistic. Canelo Alvarez that has put himself in the position in the boxing world where he basically can demand his pay scale, and who he wants to fight and who he doesn't want to fight. But I think it has gotten to the point where his ego is involved after, because Mike Tyson like chewed him up a little bit in his assessment of why Canelo Alvarez won't fight David Benavidez. I mean, it was like, you scared, you know what I mean? And for a boxer but if it goes any higher than 100, man, that's going to be a light decision for me. They might bump the price up for a stack card. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If they do that, I'm quite sure they're gonna bump it. If they stack the event with some major fights, that's what they're gonna do. Especially a dude want 200 million. I mean, damn, this is kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know about this one, man. This is kind of like, you be darned if you do and you don't. If you don't, you want to see that fight, but at the price that they're no, at the price they're gonna be determined to charge us, I don't know. I mean, that could kill the demand to that everybody, that could kill the demand that everybody wants to see that fight. What y'all think? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, Canelo Alvarez is a hell of a boxer, right? And like I said, he's put in the work to be able to do a lot of things in the sport that he want to do, right? I mean, he kind of like deserves that, right? 62 and 0, he kind of like deserved that. And I mean, you know, you really can't say that he hasn't fought anybody, because I think that he has. I actually think that that's what I'm saying. I just don't. I didn't feel comfortable with calling him a duck until David Benavidez, right? Because Canelo Alvarez actually fought, you know what I'm saying, whoever challenged him at one time, right? And then it came about, well, God, he doesn't fight anybody, but he don't want to fight anybody. You know what I mean? It was just a lot of clamor about that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all clamor over that, right? Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, B. Look, y'all, I got a few other things to do in with this podcast, working to get it finalized, right? So I'm gonna cut this one short tonight, y'all. But I appreciate, Bud, especially you. You know what I'm saying? You my guy. You know what I'm saying? When things start jumping up, we're gonna do so. I'm serious about that. But keep hang in there, brother, and keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to Buzz Boxing. Y'all check out his podcast. But in the interim, hit the subscription button, share the comment, share the video, hit the comment section. Let me know what you think about Saul Canelo Alvarez and that fight between David Benavidez. And on that, Bud, I'm gone.